Hey, wrestling fans. Hey, another video. Just made one. It was a long one. This will be shorter, I promise. But this is another issue that's popping up. Novice divisions, rookie divisions. Um, some kids get very good very quickly. Um, it's different. Some kids don't, things don't really turn for them and start coming together until they're in high school. Some kids are just mediocre wrestlers despite putting in tremendous amounts of effort until they're in high school or later on, and then things start clicking. Uh, so so you can recognize early success and see that there may be an opportunity for continued success, but sometimes it's difficult to judge based on early success or non success. And a kid that wrestles year round and wrestles at clubs and goes to all kinds of tournaments and stuff, they are every bit um, eligible for a novice division as a kid that just wrestles a school season. Okay, just because a kid puts more time and effort in doesn't mean he should be penalized for working harder or working more. Now, as I said in that other video, there are families who don't have the time or the finances to be able to be involved more. There are kids who don't wish to be involved more. There are plenty of kids that just enjoy the sport and but if they want to find success, if they want to find that uh, what those that are really driven find, then they have to put the work in, they have to put the time in. That's just the way it is. But for novice parents and coaches to think that others who are really good, who wrestle in the off season, don't deserve to be in those novice divisions, the leagues clearly define what is a novice wrestler, and each league is different. Ohio Quest has their criteria, it's 2 years and under. OAC has their criteria, it's 3 years and under. Pennsylvania has different criteria. Some say 1 year wrestlers. There are novice league divisions, there are rookie divisions. They're kind of used, in place of each other, those divisions or those words, but sometimes you'll see a novice division and you'll see a rookie division. So, with clearly defined eligibility for each. And a parent or a coach who is upset because someone is wrestling more and still competing in those leagues, though they are eligible, they feel like those should be only for kids that aren't very good so that they're not getting demoralized. Well, uh, yes and no, but it's within the eligibility of it, so that they're not wrestling 5 and 6 year experienced wrestlers. But within that eligibility, you still have some pretty darn good wrestlers. And we used the novice division as long as we could, as long as we were eligible, because what we did and what I believe strongly in is you wrestle in these novice divisions with other wrestlers that are have a similar experience as you do. And then you go out and you build your experience, and then you start having success. And then you start dominating in the novice divisions. So then you start wrestling also the open division. But you're getting your butt kicked in the open division. You're getting crushed. Well, success breeds success, and confidence is important. So you continue wrestling the novice division, and you also wrestle the open division. You're eligible for, and based on experience, you should be in the novice division, but you're reaching higher and wrestling also the open division. At a point in time when you are also kicking butt in the open division, and if the novice division is no longer of benefit for the wrestler, which is a determination made by the wrestler and the parents, okay, if they're eligible for it, and it's no longer of benefit for that wrestler, not for the other kids. That's for them to figure out. That's for their parents and coaches and them to figure out. And then you might drop the novice division, but they're eligible for it as long as it says that they're eligible for it. What kids that are having difficulty against these kids that are wrestling extra should do is recognize the amount of work that has to go into being able to compete, and decide if they want to do it or not, or decide if the sport is just going to be about fun and learning and other things that it gives to them. But if they want to compete at a high level, they just are going to have to find a way to step up their game. And there are plenty of kids. There are kids with limited resources. That's unfortunate, but kids that have support and have the resources should not be penalized because they're lucky. And any way that we can help kids who don't have those resources to be able to help facilitate them to be able to be driven if that's what they want to do. We certainly would like to be a part of that and trying to help with that. But yeah, look, when you have success, you're always going to have um, folks that are, jealousy is a word. I don't mean to be, I don't want to offend anyone, but it is what it is, and you need to self-reflect and think about that because this sport, more and more, it used to be seasonal wrestling. That's no longer the case. That is no longer the case. And if you're a seasonal wrestler, you'll get seasonal wrestler success. And that doesn't compare to folks that are going at it for a long period of time and very, very driven and very committed folks. And that's just the way it is, guys. That doesn't make anyone better than anyone else. That's just a fact of life. But, I feel that people that are putting more effort in should be applauded, not penalized or torn down. Look, if you played the guitar and you wanted to be the best guitarist in the world, you wouldn't pick up that guitar for 4 months and play it with all your heart and then put it down for the rest of the year and not touch it again. If you want to be the best, you've got to practice and you've got to stay with it. Doesn't mean you can't do other things, but you have to stay engaged. That's a fact. Now, you don't have to be the best guitarist in the world. You can be a damn good guitarist and just play 4 months out of the year. But, that's for families and wrestlers to decide. And, we got to kind of check ourselves and make sure that we're not getting upset with folks who are striving for greatness. What they do, the great things they do not diminish the things that we do. All right? We can be happy for them and we can strive for our own greatness. All right, guys. Keep all that stuff in mind and wrestle hard. Hoo-yah.